Hello, what's up and welcome if you're new here. Hello, my name is Maisie and welcome to my houseplant tour for 2024. I'm definitely late to this video than I wanted to be. I actually planned to do this video in spring, but I just never got around to it. And obviously we're nearing the end of the year now, so I'm kind of forced to do it. And also a lot of my plants are just going downhill as well. So I just wanted to do it and before they all just, you know, totally die on me. I'm not entirely sure how many I have, but I know it's definitely a lot less than what I have had the last couple times I've done a tour. Just like due to plants dying or I've gotten rid of some. I've definitely cut back a lot in my plants. I mean, the number that I have feels manageable. There's still so many chores to be done and just keeping on top of like all my moss poles, and like more plants need moss poles, so it's still never ending even though I don't have as many. Though saying that, I have been wanting to start the trades back up soon, although it is winter so it's not really the best time to do trades, but maybe going into next year because I haven't actually bought a single plant this whole year, which is shocking. Anyway, we're kind of getting into off topic here. Anyway, so I have a bunch of different plants: rare, common, philodendron, hoya, anthurium, and I've been collecting plants for well, it's been quite a few years, maybe over 5 years, maybe 5-6 years maybe. Oh, can you hear that fan? I'm so sorry, I just realised it's on. It's a bit late now because I've finished this intro, but anyway. I'm gonna stop yapping now and let's get into the tour. So overall, this is what the majority of my plants are looking like. Maybe we'll start here for a change. Let me just turn off these lights because they're quite annoying. Also, it's not great lighting today because it's a real winter's day today. But anyway, so first of all, I've got my philodendron El Choco Red, or also known as Ruby Juvenile. I've had this one a few years now. I got this one from Ecuador. This was my first imported plant and I just absolutely love her, although I do greatly neglect her. I'm literally always saying how I need to repot her and I just never get around to it, but hopefully I will in the next couple months maybe. She's got such beautiful leaves, they're so velvety. She's honestly very easy. I mean, she's not looking her greatest right now, to be honest. I mean, this once was a beautiful leaf, but obviously as you can see it's quite damaged, but I mean even so, and with all the neglect, she does bounce back really quickly. She is a slow grower, but I mean, that's totally my fault for not repotting her and putting her on a pole. But I mean, other than that, I mean, this leaf is just dead. Other than that, she has always just been, yeah, she's been really easy and she really stands out and is just really stunning. Down here, I've actually got my Monstera Adansonii, which has been doing so well this past year, surprisingly, because I've really struggled with her until recently. And again, she's literally gone downhill again. I can't believe it. I mean, I have no idea what is going on. She is just like disintegrating. I don't even know what is going on. She's never done this really. I mean, even the new leaves have just like disintegrated, and can you see that was a new leaf? And it's just, yeah. I have got a new leaf here, as you can see, and it looks okay at the minute, but literally every other single leaf is just crisping and dying off, and I honestly have no idea why. Again, I also neglect this one. I really need to put in the effort. I can't keep moaning about these plants and not putting in the effort. But yeah, she has been in this terracotta pot for a couple years, so she definitely would appreciate a repot. She is on the list. It's just such a long list and I'm just never motivated to, you know, anyway, that's a whole other chat. But yeah, my Monstera Adansonii I'm just doing honestly very terribly. I'm thinking about taking cuttings. I'm honestly thinking about taking some cuttings because at the moment it's just not looking good and I just want to have a backup just in case. But yeah, I'm going to see how she gets on with this leaf and then just kind of go from there. I don't know, really. I'm kind of over this plant at this point. Back here, I've got my Caladium Lindenii. I don't really talk about this plant much anymore because she is a slow grower. I mean, she is stunning. She really is. And she's always been pretty easy for me, like for a Caladium. But yeah, this year, since I've repotted her, I expected her to just kind of take off. But she really hasn't actually. She's just kind of been dormant for the past like 6 months. So that's a bit unfortunate because she was doing oh, saying that, I actually have a new leaf. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How exciting is that? Okay, yeah. So me saying that and I literally have a new leaf, which I didn't even notice. Of course she's going to go dormant because, you know, it's winter. Caladiums tend to do that, and like so do alocasias. But yeah, that's why I'm surprised to have a new leaf, but there we go. Yeah, so maybe hopefully she'll start taking off a bit. And obviously she's got a lot of just damaged leaves. Maybe she needs more humidity. Maybe I need to put her in a cabinet. I'm not sure. I haven't really taken the time to fully figure it out, but I've just kind of thrown her in the deep end and just see if she can swim, basically. And yeah, maybe I need to start taking better care of her because clearly she needs something. Okay, over here, my little Epipremnum marble elbow is finally, well, I wouldn't say she's particularly doing well. She is an extremely slow grower, but I mean, she's just pushed out this leaf. As you can see, it's still so new. Literally no variegation apart from this tiny little section there, which is kind of adorable actually. And again, what is with the browning? Look, on literally every leaf. Is it like a fungus thing going on with all these plants? Actually, I have no idea. Maybe I need to seriously look into that. I mean, my old choco is fine. Yeah, I need to seriously look into that actually, because now that I'm thinking of it, I'm kind of getting a little worried. If it is a fungus issue, I've never dealt with that, so I wouldn't even know where to start. If you have any ideas of what this browning issue could be, then please let me know, give me any tips. Anyway, yeah, so this one was a wishlist plant for such a long time, and I obviously have this gorgeous leaf, and I just look at other people's and theirs is just stunning, and mine is just this very little thing, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed with it, honestly. She was never happy in the cabinet, so I took her out of the cabinet, and I mean, she's doing okay. She's just, like I said, an extremely slow grower. I've maybe had like 2 leaves this whole year, which is disappointing, but anyway, I don't really have much else to say about that one. And then finally on the shelf, I have my Anthurium regale. Again, I imported this at the end of last year, and I'm just thinking just now that it might have all started with this plant, because this has been just browning and crisping ever since I got her, basically. And I'm just thinking whether that's caused something between... Maybe it's spreading to the rest of my plants. I honestly don't even know. And now I'm just like, I need to move all my plants because I'm kind of freaking out. Again, I was so excited to get this one. It was absolutely huge and beautiful when I first got it. And I just don't even know what is wrong with it. I mean, what the heck is going on? I'm just honestly really disappointed. This leaf is also starting to crisp, which it hasn't done until recently. It is working on something here. Maybe it needs a repot, I don't know, but that's my regale. Really struggling with her. Okay, and then finally in this little section, I have got my beautiful, well, I say beautiful, my Monstera elbow. Honestly, this video is going to be rough because a lot of these plants are struggling and just not looking their greatest. And yeah, I mean, my Monstera has just done the worst this year. She has not pushed out a leaf all year, apart from this one leaf when I potted her up, finally. She has been in the other plant room, but I recently moved her in here in front of a grow light just to see if she improves at all. But so far, nothing. She's, again, just browning everywhere. I mean, this leaf was due to thrips. And, I mean, yeah, this plant has really struggled with thrips. But I don't know what this is. She's just going downhill, in general. Like, you can just tell. She just doesn't look quite as healthy as she used to be, which is really sad. So maybe I should, I don't know, maybe I should take a cutting. I don't know, I would be absolutely devastated if I lost this plant, because this has always been one of my absolute favourites. I was just so lucky with the variegation on this plant. I was actually just gifted a cutting from a friend a few years ago, so I was really grateful for that, and I've just absolutely loved this plant. But yeah, maybe I should take a cutting, I don't know. Obviously I have put a pole there ready to fill her in and extend it, but yeah, she's kind of a slow rooter, so she's not really desperate for it. Yeah, then I suppose we'll go upwards, and this giant trailing plant is my Micans, my philodendron Micans. I'll take her down to show you fully of, if you can even see. Yeah, this is what she's looking like, and obviously she's extremely bare just in this middle bit, and then she kind of just fills out all at the bottom. So she does kind of look a little bit ridiculous. But I recently took some cuttings, and I hoped that that would kind of encourage growth on the top as well, so it could hopefully fill out and just fill this section, which it slowly is. As you can see, it's slowly getting fuller all at the top, which is really good. But yeah, I really do love this plant. I'm not too worried about her looking so, I don't know. Oh, where does this vine come from? Yay, I have a new vine. I'm not so worried about her just looking so bizarre, I suppose. And she really is just gorgeous. I mean, she has never done better, I don't think. The new leaves are just, I mean, all the leaves are just stunning and so velvety. And the colours are just gorgeous. This is definitely a perfect autumn plant. Yeah, I definitely don't talk about this plant enough because she has never been easier for me, which I'm really glad, because I was struggling with her a while ago. But yeah, she is definitely just one of the easier trailing plants, so I definitely do recommend her, even though she is a little bit crazy. Okay, then next to her I have my Anthurium pallidiflorum, which I just absolutely love this plant. It's just so different to all my other plants, my Anthuriums. I've just never had a plant like it, and she's honestly just stunning. The leaves are so velvety and so unbelievably soft. And she's even got a inflorescence here, which I didn't collect pollen from the last time she bloomed, but I'm really hoping to this time. Obviously I need to cut off that dead leaf. But yeah, she's just always working on a new leaf or an inflorescence. And she's also got a new leaf, if you can see, just there as well. I definitely need to pot her up because this is the pot I put her in when I first got her. I would definitely say it's one of my easiest plants, and if you wanted to get into anthuriums, then this is just the easiest anthurium that I have. I'm definitely not like an anthurium expert. I only have a handful, but she has just been so easy from the very first moment I got her, basically, and she has not stopped growing or rooting. So yeah, 100% recommend her, even though she's looking a little bit rough at the minute with this leaf and that leaf, but they are the old leaves, so that's fine. I don't really mind. Okay, and then we'll go into the cabinet next. This is what it's looking like. I'll just open it up. This is the overall look. It's looking a little bit of a mess. I probably do need to update it and give it a little makeover. Especially this is just kind of crammed with plants, and then this is a lot more emptier. But let's start with the main showcase in this cabinet, and that is my Philodendron SP Columbia, or SP Silver, or El Guapo, whichever you know it by. I am in love with this plant. It is just absolutely stunning and breathtaking. Like, as soon as I put her on a pole, she has just really sized up and it's just always growing. And that pillowing and veining is just so striking. I'm just so glad that I have her. Again, this is one of my first imported plants, and once I got the hang of her, she has just been so incredibly easy. And she actually is a crawling plant, but she seemed to want to climb, so I put her on a pole, and that is literally where the bigger leaves have come from. She just absolutely loved climbing up a pole. I've seen a few people who've put their Columbia on a pole, and it's just weird because they are crawlers. They just seem to do so much better climbing, and they just don't really seem to want to crawl, which is kind of bizarre. As you can see, she's working on a leaf, and I'm so excited to see what the size is going to be. And I definitely need to extend this pole as well, so I am just going to I just need to order some more of these sizes because, I mean, look at these roots. Like I said, she loves rooting. The only thing I struggle with is a little bit of EFN on this plant. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, I need to give her a wash. She is one of those plants that I do get a lot of EFN on. So I'm not sure if that's with every plant, but just make sure that you just keep rinsing off the leaves. Another anthurium is my Anthurium Basaeaf crystallinum hybrid. This one is looking really rough. Again, probably needs a repot. I don't know, again, I'm sorry you're seeing all of these rough plants, but I mean, this is just a realistic look into how my plants are at the minute. I definitely should have done this earlier in the year when they were all looking a lot better, but I didn't, so oh well. This is just how plants go sometimes, and yeah, struggling with this one also. To be fair, she's never been really a slow grower, and I've literally had her for maybe like 2 or 3 years, which is shocking because she's literally only this size. And she is really stunning. Those leaves are just like really breathtaking and striking. I need to seriously get rid of this because she had a new leaf. I actually bent it and it almost snapped, so I sellotaped it, and then the leaf eventually just broke off. So I just have this stem with sellotape on it, so I really need to get rid of that. But she lives in a cabinet and she doesn't really seem to be much happier. It's probably me. She probably needs a repot. I don't know. I'm just not really motivated with my plants lately, and that's kind of showing in all the neglect because just really over pests and the repotting. Anyway, I'm really trying to get back into things, but yeah, that's my rant for the day. In here, I actually just put this cloche over her just to see if she does any better, because I know she loves higher humidity. This is my philodendron melanochrysum. I don't think this has changed in the past 2 years that she's been like this. This plant never does anything, hasn't done anything all year, just looks like this. Yes, I probably do need to repot her as well. But yeah, I'm just like, I am really considering just throwing her out because I'm just totally done with her. I've had nothing but trouble ever since I got her. And I know that people really struggle trying to get melanochrysums to look nice, especially when they're young. So maybe I should just get one as like a mature plant and see if that one does any better. I don't know, but she literally lives in a cabinet. She has like 80 to 90% humidity. What more does she want? I don't know, tell me that. Another plant that is struggling, surprise, surprise, is my Alocasia dragon scale, which I'm so sad about because I was talking about this plant so much, probably only like 6 months ago, because she was thriving. She was doing absolutely so well. And then I don't even know what happened. I wasn't doing anything different to her. All of a sudden, she just went downhill. Every leaf is just dying slowly. And I'm literally just left with this one good leaf. And it's stunning, but I'm just really sad. And again, I'm just over it because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why? What? Ugh! Is that a new leaf or a flower? The thing with this plant, she's always trying to flower, always trying to bloom. And I do chop those off because I just want her to put energy into the leaves. Yeah, I don't know what that is, if it's going to be a flower, if it's going to be a leaf. It's kind of looking like it might be a flower. It's very chunky. I don't really know. She's got a second plant, a little baby corm here as well. But again, that's not really doing anything. Doesn't really grow. I actually harvested a few corms from this plant and put in my prop box, but they literally haven't done anything. They've not rooted. Some of them have died. So maybe I've just got a dud plant. I don't know. Behind her is my Alocasia cuprea, who is surprisingly doing well and looking great, even though she has slowed down with the growth. But that is fine because obviously it is winter, so I am kind of expecting that. Let me get her out actually, because you can't really see. She is just absolutely stunning, especially her backs. I'm in love with this plant. Totally recommend her. She did push out this new little leaf, which is the most adorable thing. Yeah, like I said, I haven't... Oh, no way. I have a little growth point there. I actually not long potted her up, maybe like 6 months ago, and she already is like desperate for another repot. I just can't keep on top of all of these repots. But I am really glad that this is at least one Alocasia that is doing well and still looking great. Oh, hello. And another Alocasia is my stunning Alocasia Frydek. Still, unfortunately, just a one-leaf baby, but she's a stunning one-leaf baby, is she not? She is rooted really well, so at least that's something. I just need to pursue with her, and hopefully she'll start, you know, getting more mature and be able to hold on to at least 2 leaves. I can see a little bump, so hopefully a new leaf is forming, and hopefully I get another stunning leaf like this one. This has been such a dream plant of mine for ages. I mean, I wouldn't say it's been a letdown, because every leaf I've gotten has just been absolutely stunning. But I do wish she... it's really putting me off that you can see my face there. I do wish she would do more than just like one leaf every 6 months, but it is what it is. Okay, and then finally, is that the no, it's not the final plant. Hanging up here is my Hoya croniana, and I recently potted her up a couple weeks ago. I mean, not potted her up, I recently repotted her a couple weeks ago, and I honestly don't know if that was the best thing, because she's kind of looking a little bit worse for wear. She at least looked better before I repotted her up. She's got these like browning leaves. She's not really grown much. I don't know, she's just kind of there. And although she's got a oh my word, can you see that new leaf? That is the cutest thing. That plant has been a big favourite of mine for a while, but I have kind of, I wouldn't say I've fallen out of love with her because, you know, of course I love her, but I am maybe not quite as obsessed with her as I was. But hopefully she'll adapt to being in a new pot and she'll start growing and looking beautiful again. Oh, did I say? That's my Hoya croniana Super Silver. And she is really stunning. Sorry, this is like a really negative video. I need to focus on all the positive points. This plant is stunning. What is all that powdery stuff? This is a variegated plant. You can get super silver leaves, obviously like the name suggests. And you can get some really green leaves with some silver speckling. Yeah, there's so much variety in this plant. And I do recommend it. I recommend all of these plants, even though I am struggling with 90% of them. Okay, this is kind of chaotic, but in the back I have my Philodendron gloriosum. And she is actually growing. Which, like, I need to sit down, draw on the floor. Can't believe she's growing, finally. Yeah, this plant is just meh. It's up and down. Sometimes I'm obsessed with it. It's looking stunning. And then other times it looks like this and it doesn't grow for 6 months. But, like I said, she's got new leaves. I'm really hoping this is the start of things to come. Because, I mean, when she's doing well, she's stunning. I mean, look at that leaf. The veining is just, it is really beautiful. And as you can see, she is a crawler. So she's in this long pot. She's still got quite a lot of space to fill. So hopefully that will give her enough time to at least start looking a little bit beautiful. Okay, and now we're on the bottom section. And most of these are my tall, bigger plants. In the back is my disappointing Anthurium. What is this? Green Soul Fantasy. This is a hybrid. This is a hybrid between the Basaeaf and Forgetii. She was definitely an all-time favourite for me. She was absolutely stunning. She sized up so quickly. But just lately, I lost all the other leaves, which I only had a couple. But I lost that leaf, and then I am slowly losing this leaf. I really need to chop that off soon as well. And now this leaf is just not looking its best. I really need to go in and just check for pests or something. She would definitely appreciate a repot. She just rooted in so quickly, and literally within a couple months of repotting her in that pot, she was ready for a bigger pot. So again, it's probably my fault, the neglect, you know, that I'm giving her. I don't really know what it is lately. All my anthuriums, all my plants are just really going downhill. But anyway, she probably is one of my favourite anthuriums, when she was looking at least a little bit better. She's got these beautiful pink lining around the edges, and obviously the veining, and she looks very oily. Like in different lights she is all different colours. I don't know if you can kind of see, but when the sun hits her, she's absolutely stunning with blues and greens and purples. So obviously now she's not looking her best, but I'm really hoping I am going to do a whole anthurium video, so just like tackle all of my anthuriums, and hopefully they will start doing at least a little bit better, and hopefully I can get her back to what she was before. Oh, and surprise, surprise, another alocasia. That is just... I'm kind of over this. My alocasia Michelitziana, I've always been obsessed with this plant. It's just so beautiful and breathtaking. And I've recently moved her into this cabinet to try and just, I don't know, revive her and to see if she's any happier. Oh, she's got a little bump here, so maybe, I don't know. She's actually got 3 separate, oh nope, she's got 4 separate, but they're literally not doing anything apart from this one, which this leaf is, oh no, it's a fungus now. This leaf is pretty much gone. And then this leaf on the other plant is also just, I don't even know what that is. So maybe I need to chop them up again. See if I can get something from these corms. I don't know. And also I am struggling with fungus gnats. They just seem to be everywhere, so you might see them a lot. But anyway, if you have any tips, I don't know, if you have any tips for all of my plants, to be quite honest, leave them in the comments, because I could use all the help. Oh no, I'm not finished yet. I could use all the help I could get. Okay, and then in the back here, my recently chopped Philodendron Majestic. This one's doing okay. This is the bottom half of the Majestic, so it's definitely not as beautiful as the top half that I'll show you later. But I'm just thinking of growing this out and then maybe chopping this for trades, or maybe I'll chop this and add a second vine with my second plant. But yeah, overall I love the Majestic. She's been so easy. I definitely recommend her. She's a hybrid of the Sodoroi and the Verrucosum. I don't have either of those plants. They've got these beautiful like silver markings, almost like army camouflage kind of style. I'm pretty sure I hoovered this a bit up. Oh, hello. I'm not sure if the lighting is better with that one. But I'm almost done in here anyway. But she's such a fast grower, and she sizes up really well as long as I keep on top of the fertilizing. But yeah, I will show you the other plant in a minute. I'll just quickly show you my Philodendron Splendid first. This is my Philodendron Splendid. She literally looks so narrow. She almost kind of looks like, I don't really know what she's looking like. She's looking more melanochrysum like this, because she is just, I don't know, she's growing kind of perfectly and she's doing so well, looking so full. I have at least 3 vines in here, I think, and I mean, yeah, look at these leaves, they're stunning. This plant is a top favorite of mine, and definitely top easiest. I did chop her up a few months ago and she's taken a few months to kind of get all back to where she was, but I think she's slowly getting there. She's almost reached her first pole, so that'll be exciting to extend her and get her on her second pole. I want to see her size up again because she was doing so well before I chopped her up. Oh yeah, these leaves are just absolutely stunning. Look at that. This is the hybrid of the Verrucosum and the Melanochrysum. So you have like 2 of the hardest philodendron in my opinion and in my personal care of them, and this is just one of the easiest philodendron. I definitely recommend her if you're looking into get into the more unusual but still extremely easy philodendron. 100% recommend this plant. Okay, and that is it for the cabinet. Okay, so it is now the next day, but the sun's out, so I thought I'd quickly do some more of this tour. So first we've got, like I said, this, ouch, did you hear that? My knee. This is the main plant, I guess, now of my Philodendron Majestic. This was the top half. I did the chop and extend method, so I'm really hoping that she's going to do well and continue to root. But anyway, this is definitely the more beautiful leaves that I have. They are just so stunning. There's just really nothing like this. She's just got a mix of everything really, and yeah, I'm totally obsessed with her. She's got a new leaf here looking beautiful. As you can see, she's oh my gosh, the fungus gnats. As you can see, she's definitely got that red from the Verrucosum. So I just love that she takes all different points, I suppose, from her parent plants. So yeah, she is going on to her second pole. These are like 2 completely different poles. But I don't really have any more of these, so unfortunately that's gonna have to do. But anyway, she roots so quickly. Oh my word, the fungus gnats. She just roots so quickly, and yeah, this moss pole is just filled with roots. I don't know if you can see, there's a couple roots there. And I have got a little wet stick in there as well, just to see if that does anything, and to see if I can have like a second vine growing up, just to make it a little bit more fuller as well. That would be nice. And yeah, just keep her in front of this LED grow light, just to keep her facing the right way. And then here, I'll just bring her out. Here I have my beautiful Monstera dubia. Again, I did the chop and extend method with this plant as well, and I'm loving how she's looking. She's really sizing up. She is so unusual and so beautiful. This is the newest leaf, still so fresh. Still continuing to size up. But yeah, again, she is such a fast grower, always putting out a new leaf. She's again got one she's working on there. Oh, we need to water these poles as well. But yeah, totally recommend it. She's been so easy for me. And she does get a bit of the natural sunlight and also the light from the LED as well. And finally have my Philodendron Jose Bueno. I'm not really sure how I feel about this plant. Oh, what is going on here? So if she gets variegation, it starts out, you know, very creamy and almost white, like this, but eventually it will fade into just the more mint green, and like this one is very green. So it's not like the best variegation when it fades, unfortunately. But like it's still really pretty, and it is extremely easy as well, and sizing up so quickly, and she looks gorgeous in the sunlight. So yeah, I'm not in love with this plant as much as I hoped I would be. It's definitely more beautiful when the variegation is more like that creamy white. I'm just not a big fan of like the green variegation that it turns into. But yeah, it does look beautiful in the sun. And then on my desk, I have got this very sad wilting green princess or golden princess. This is a philodendron, and I've had this one for at least over 5 years. She's probably the easiest plant that I've ever had, especially the easiest philodendron. I mean, even though I've really let her go and just totally neglect her, she's been in this pot for the last maybe 3 or 4 years. So obviously you can really see the decline in her, but obviously that's not her fault. She's still been so easy, even after the neglect. But yeah, you can easily tell when she wants to be watered. The leaves will just get a little bit more flimsier and soft. And she literally has very minimal light, and she's always just grown so easily and quickly. She would have been a lot bigger, but I took a couple cuttings maybe at the start of the year, and obviously because of the tiny pot and under watering, she's not grown too much. So yeah, I really need to take care of her, and I do want to start seeing her progress a bit more, because obviously I've always loved her. She's always had a little special place in my heart. She was one of my first philodendrons, I think. You don't really see these philodendron anymore. I love the little white rim around the edge as well. Just very unusual. Okay, and then finally we've got the few plants on my window. This is a south-facing window, so obviously I can't put too many plants here. I used to have a lot of my Hoyas here. Obviously I've only just got one Hoya for now, but I used to have a couple of my other Hoyas and like my succulents here, but I've moved them into the other room. First of all, I have got my Hoya pubicalyx, Super Splash. I've had this one a while now. Oh my word, look at the rainbows, how beautiful. I've had this one a while, and I recently potted her up into a bigger pot because she definitely needs it. She keeps like shooting out vines, but they'll just be like just dud vines. Like she won't produce any leaves or anything, and I'll just leave them months and the vine is just literally empty and it won't grow. So I'm not sure what that is about. She hasn't really grown or done anything for a while, but she is really beautiful, and when she does get high variegation, like these leaves, very, very stunning. I love like the super silver leaves, and she sun stresses beautiful as well. Here I have, this is quite new actually, I was recently brought this orchid. It is gorgeous in this glass. We have got a couple orchids downstairs and they live in a south facing window, so I've just put mine in this window for now, and hopefully she does well. She just looks so beautiful when the sun hits her as well. And finally I've got this monkey tail cactus. I'll put the official scientific name on the screen because it is a mouthful. I don't even know how to say it. But this one I've had for probably coming up for 2 years, I would say. And she is looking so, so funky and just hilarious. I really do love this plant. She's just so unusual. And I mean, look at all that fuzz. I am thinking about doing something with her because I don't really like this like scraggly little thin growth. I do like the thicker growth and healthy. These look so healthy. So I do want to have more of this kind of growth than this kind of tiny little ridiculous thing. But yeah, these are pretty accessible, and I would definitely recommend if you just want a really unusual one that will just look kind of hilarious. I mean, look how amazing but hilarious that she looks. Okay, so we are in the spare bedroom, or the plant room. There is probably a lot more plants in here than there is in my room. Anyway, starting here, I have got my Anthurium metallicum, again another import from Ecuagenera, and again another Anthurium that is just not doing well. To be honest, I'm not like a massive lover of this plant. I mean, it's an okay Anthurium, like it's nothing too special. I think just because it really hasn't done anything. It hasn't given me any new leaves apart from this one, and it's clearly unwell. I don't know if like it's too moist, if it's rotting, I don't know. Is it too cold in here? Oh my gosh, I honestly don't even know. It's not like my favourite Anthurium. It's not my favourite plant, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the leaves. I mean, they're nice, like they are nice, really. It is a really pretty plant. It's a very papery Anthurium, you know, very paper feel. It's just nothing special in my opinion, so I think I'm just not putting in that work again because I'm just not like obsessed with it. But I really should, because I know once they get, I got this because as they get mature and big, they are just absolutely stunning, and I would love just a massive mature one of these. I don't know what the problem is. I haven't had any new growth or anything. It's just a really slow grower and it's really hard to grow for some reason. Maybe I need to check this for pests. I have no idea. Okay, and then here I have got my Philodendron Rojo Congo. And this is like one of my first Anthurium, my first Philodendron. And I really do like this plant. Again, I need to seriously put in the effort because it's such an unusual Philodendron. It's definitely different, again, than the rest of my philodendron. I usually go for the more velvety, heart-shaped the climbers now, but seeing as this was my first philodendron, this was definitely one of those that just really got me into philodendron. I love the stems as well, and the new leaves when they come in, they're just so pink and shiny and just perfect. Again, I took a bunch of cuttings from this, so it would be a bit bigger. And again, these can be so stunning as they get big, and they can get really big. So I really need to pot this up because it clearly hasn't got enough soil in there. And it's been in this pot for a number of years. Okay, and then here I have got my beautiful Philodendron Florida Ghost. Absolutely love this plant. It's just stunning. One of my all-time favourites. Finally, a plant that is doing well. I can't believe how big she's getting. Like, it just started so small when I got her. I just thought it was going to take forever to get to a good size. And actually, like, these were the kinds of leaves that I bought her as. And I just thought I'm never going to get the massive leaves. But look how big and mature she is now. And she really didn't take that long either. As soon as she was on a pole, she just took to it immediately, started rooting. The pole is just like full of roots. I also actually need to water this again. Don't know if you can see all those roots. But yeah, she could probably be doing with a repot herself soon. Because she is a really fast grower. Whoa, dude. Sized up so quickly. She is very variegated, obviously, as you can see. I have been getting a lot of white leaves, and I did actually get just a pure variegated leaf, and I did chop it off because I wanted to frame it and, you know, try to preserve it. That didn't really work, but anyway, she is pushing out another leaf here. So hopefully that'll have a little bit more variety on her. I mean, I'm not too worried because the white leaves, as long as the white leaves go green, which they are slowly, then I don't mind too much. Yeah, I just like the variety, and I've got some really nice mint ones down here, just some more plain green ones. This one is really gorgeous. I don't give this one enough credit because I love this leaf. It's really beautiful. So I do want some more leaves like that where it just gives a little bit more variety, not just like plain white all the time. So yeah, I recently moved her into this room. I switched this one for my Monstera alba, as you saw earlier. She seems to be doing well. She's lived in the cabinet for honestly most of her life until the last couple months, I would say. And I'm going to see what this one looks like. It looks maybe it's going to be a little bit smaller, but that's probably because I chopped it. But we'll see if she continues to give me the beautiful big leaves. Okay, and now we're onto my bookshelf. I've just got one plant on here. My recently potted up, oh, I can't get this out. Philodendron heartleaf, scandens, or hetericium. I can't believe I finally potted this one up. It's just been years. She has been just sitting and propagating in water for definitely over a year. And I finally just randomly potted her up the other day, and I am so glad because, I mean, she has been doing surprisingly well in water. And she's been looking full, and I just want her to get even fuller and even longer. If I could get her like a massive trailing plant, then that would be great. So I do need to keep on top of the watering just so I can transition her properly to soil as she's been in water for so long. But so far, so good. Okay, sorry for the backlight, but now we move on to the window. Here I've got my Hoya Crimson Queen that I not long repotted. I think it'd be in my last video. Wow, the backlight is really terrible. I've had this plant for a couple years now, and she's really grown, and I just absolutely love her. I love the variegation. The white leaves are just gorgeous. So much variety. And this one is just always blooming for me. She just is always just making me happy. She's not grown for a little while, not put out any leaves, but I'm hoping now that she's been repotted that she will, that she'll start. But yes, definitely one of my favourites, and just so incredibly easy. Look at the size of that one. That is huge. And here I've got my string of spades. I actually moved her to the windowsill because she used to be a lot longer than this. I pretty much had to chop her right back, and I was so disappointed because she, believe it or not, is one of my favourite easiest plants. Even though she, I don't know, she's so common and she's really nothing special compared to like my rarer plants. But I don't know, she's just incredibly easy for a succulent, and I just love the leaves, that splash of silver. And I just love the way that she looks hanging down. But like I said, I did have to chop her back, so I moved her to the windowsill, and she started growing like immediately, and she's now pretty long again. So I'm really glad about that. I'm probably going to keep her on the windowsill just because she's so happy here. She obviously needs the light. I know this plant isn't easy for all people. I just find if I'm keeping on top of the watering and not letting it dry out, then she's just so happy and she really appreciates that. A way to tell is just by checking how soft the leaves are, by just gently kind of squishing them. If they give, you know, if they're very soft, then you know it definitely needs water. But I try and water before that point, before they get too soft and squishy. And yeah, clearly she appreciates the light because she has just been non-stop growing. Okay, and here I've got my Maranta, my variegated Maranta. I'm not sure if she's doing well or not. I mean, she's not really growing as far as I can see. And I moved her to the window just to try and increase the variegation. Now that there's not a lot of light coming through at these windows, it's not so harsh. Yeah, I'm not getting like much variegation on this plant as much as I'd hoped, and it's probably just a winter thing, but I haven't really had any growth for a while. But yeah, she's very bushy. She's such a this is my only Maranta in my collection, and hopefully she will hopefully she'll get even bushier and just continue to grow. I do just want that really nice variegation like you see in some of these leaves. Oh, like that one. So some of the leaves are just really gorgeous, and then some of the leaves are just a little bit more plainer. But yeah, see how she does here. And then I have my Syngonium Grey Ghost. This one did have mealybugs about 3 months ago, and that was my first time ever having mealybugs. And this plant did take it pretty bad. I don't know, this is definitely not one of my favourite plants. She is a little bit more difficult. Well, no, she's a lot more difficult than my Syngonium albo, for instance. I'm not a big lover of the variegation. I don't know, it makes her look almost kind of sick, like she's ill. She's very, very slow, and I just can't tell where she'd be happiest. So if anyone has this plant and has any care tips, then please feel free to leave them down below. But yeah, I have thought more than once about just giving this plant away because I just don't know how to care for it, and she just never seems to be happy. She's got a new leaf here, and sometimes they don't even fully open. Like this one is still kind of just kind of closed. I don't know, and that one as well. She just doesn't look that healthy or that great. So yeah, that's her. And then here I have my string of pearls, which I've had honestly quite a few years now, which is hard to believe. Yeah, she's pretty full, very long. Again, just one of my easiest plants, even though she is a succulent. I literally rarely have to water her, and again, just by feeling the little pearls, if they kind of give way or if they're more softer, then I know when to water. But yeah, I haven't repotted her in definitely over a year, and she's still just so happy. I can put her anywhere and she's just so happy. She used to live in my south-facing window, and she loved that. And I've recently moved her in here, which is, I can't remember, I think this is an east facing, something like that. And yeah, as you can see, she's got so many new little shoots and growth, which is amazing. So yeah, I definitely recommend her, even just to try her. I know some people struggle with string of pearls, but I've just honestly had the easiest time. All I can say is just keep on top of watering and don't let it dry out. Give her a lot of light, because mine has always appreciated that. Okay, and then here I've got my second cabinet. I haven't got as many plants in here as I have, obviously, my Mills boat. I have weather stripped this cabinet, obviously, as you can see. I did have to remove one piece of weather stripping up the top just because it was getting so humid. But now, as we're kind of in winter, it's kind of staying around 60/70, which is okay. But anyway, so first at the front, this doesn't really even count. This is an Alocasia micholitziana corm that actually did have a leaf and everything, and it was doing really well. I think it just kind of, I don't really know what happened, honestly. I think it just rotted, and you can just kind of see it there. I don't think it's going to sprout. I don't think it's going to bounce back, but I don't know, we'll see. And then we have got my second little baby, Philodendron Glorious. Again, just really not doing well. I really struggle with this one for some reason. I don't really know why. I've just not, oh, I have a new leaf, no way. Yay. I just kind of struggle in general with Gloriosums. She might appreciate a repot. But I mean, yeah, she's just, I don't think she's given me a leaf all year. She's just extremely slow, and obviously I don't even know what's going on with these leaves. So yeah, I am struggling with her. And then over here, I've got my beautiful Hoya Grey Ghost. I absolutely love this plant. It's just absolutely stunning, and she seems to be doing well. I've got some new growth coming there, which is so exciting. She hasn't done anything in a while, actually, until the last kind of 3 months. She pushed out these 4 leaves, which was the only growth that I've had all year, so that was literally so exciting. And then I have this little vine growing, so I'm really hoping it continues to grow. And I did repot her as well, so I'm sure that will help and encourage new growth as well. But yeah, it's such a stunning Hoya, and I never really see this Hoya around, so I definitely recommend if you, I mean, look at that, it's absolutely beautiful. She is literally directly under a grow light, so she does get quite a lot of light. And on the next shelf, I've got my Begonia maculata. I have a love-hate relationship with this plant. Obviously, it is just so stunning. Underrated, really, in my opinion. But at the same time, I just struggle so much with this plant. Every time she starts doing amazing and so well, she just drops all the leaves and I have to chop her up and just start over. I think I have started her over maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't know. And she hasn't really grown or done anything in a while. Oh, she has got a new little growth point there. So we'll see. But yeah, this one I just can't crack. I just don't know what it is about this plant. But yeah, it's really, really beautiful. And I do want to get into begonia, but just because of this one, I am really scared. I see the terrarium begonia and they are stunning. I mean, if I'm struggling with this one, you know, just a regular easy begonia, I don't think I could even cope with a terrarium begonia. But yeah, there we go. That is her, my one and only begonia. And then I have my philodendron silver sword finally growing back. She used to be on a pole. Oh, she looks so beautiful. She used to be on a pole, and I have also struggled with this one quite a bit. But I took her off the pole, chopped her, and gave her a chop, and she seems to be growing back, and she's looking so healthy. She's looking really, really beautiful. She's growing pretty well, pretty fast. So hopefully this is good things. This is some good things to come. And then I have my Anthurium Silver Blush. This one I think is just absolutely desperate for a repot because, I mean, yeah, I've just lost all the leaves and these leaves are slowly going as well. She's just really not looking healthy. And you can see the roots. She just looks extremely root bound. So I really, really must get to that. That's definitely in my priority list. Okay, and final shelf, we've got my Syngonium Silver, nope, what am I saying? My Syngonium Albo. So this is obviously the main plant. Looking a little bit rough, not gonna lie. Oh, this leaf is gorgeous. So yeah, I think I need to chop off all these dead and ugly leaves because it's kind of ruining the look. And then I also have these cuttings to pot in, and these are just my favourite leaves. And they have the highest variegation, so I can't wait to pop them in. Oh, I've lost this leaf. Okay, I need to get rid of that. She's been in water, honestly, a couple months now, and she's literally only got this one root, so I don't know what it is about propagating water. I have such trouble propagating, like, all my plants in water, so I probably should have done this in perlite, but oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna repot this plant and then pot them in with them at the same time, so hopefully, oh my word, hopefully that will be soon. Sooner than later by the looks of it. Okay, and then finally my beautiful, stunning Philodendron Gloriosum. I'm actually honestly obsessed with this plant lately. It's just absolutely stunning. I can't believe I didn't see the beauty in this plant and didn't get this earlier. I just always thought this was so similar to the Splendid. Have I shown you that? Yes, I did. And I didn't really think I ever needed one until I got her. I got a cutting of her at the start of the year. And I mean, she's not like a really fast grower, but she's not really a slow grower. So I don't know, she's done pretty well all this year, but I just, oh my word, I don't even know which one I even prefer, either the Splendid or the Glorious, because it is just absolutely stunning. The velvetiness and that oil look, there's just so many colours in the leaves. I just think it's not until you get one and see it in real life. Yeah, I'm honestly obsessed with this, and I just found myself looking at it and just smiling all. Oh, okay, did you see that? That was absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I'm just always looking at her and smiling of how stunning she is. She's gonna have to be extended. Oh no, she's not. She's like literally nowhere near the top. Yeah, she is pushing out this new leaf, so I'm just so excited to see that. I think she's rooted in pretty nicely as well. She's a fast rooter. So yeah, she's given me no problems, no troubles yet, so I would definitely recommend her. Okay, and then here I have got my main plant of the Philodendron Paraiso Verde. Obviously, no variegation whatsoever. which is fine. I actually have a cutting of some bigger leaves of this plant, and I'm thinking of making that my main plant and just maybe using this for trades or just giving it away completely. Obviously it is on a pole and it's very, very well rooted. Yeah, this one is honestly extremely easy. I really don't do anything with it. This room is a lot colder as well, and still she's just like always growing. And she's got a new growth point where I have chopped. So yeah, we'll see what she does. I mean, she's nothing special, but I do really like this plant. I don't know, even though she is plain, like she's nothing kind of special compared to some of my other ones. And I do wish she was variegated, but again, I haven't put in the effort to try and get that variegation because she is like more temperature dependent, and obviously she's in a colder room, so obviously she's not going to get that. But yeah, I mean, I do love the dark leaves and then that like red outlining, if you can see. She is different to my other philodendron. Literally just lives beside my cabinet trying to get as much light as she can. Okay, and then on top of the cabinet, I've got my string of hearts. This one not doing as well as my string of spades. I have always struggled with this one. Oh, see, the leaves are just dropping. I'm just constantly dropping leaves. Oh, maybe I should move her to the window as well, see if she does any better. And she probably would appreciate a repot as well because this is just such a tiny pot. But yeah, I wish I could get the bigger leaves like my philodendron. Why do I keep saying philodendron? I wish I could get the bigger leaves like my string of spades has, but I just haven't had as much success with my string of hearts. So yeah. And then back here I've just got a philodendron micans propagation, just to try and make her more fuller. I'm planning to take some more propagations as well. I just want to make her a little bit more fuller. So, oh, and then I've got my prop box, which I won't really go into. I've got a bunch of things in there. Monstera albo, Potho, Syngonium, those kind of things. And then on here I've got my philodendron squamiferum. Again, just one of my absolute favourite philodendrons. This year she's just absolutely taken off. I've been getting those massive, beautiful leaves. The stems are absolutely gorgeous. She's so unique and just such a fast grower. I really don't do anything special with her. I'm honestly very terrible with my fertiliser, and she is in a really tiny pot, and I mean, so I don't even know why she has just like taken off this year, but she has, and I'm not complaining about it. I just absolutely love her. She looks absolutely amazing. I couldn't recommend her enough. Okay, so we're now downstairs. We've got a few plants on the window here. These aren't technically mine, these are my mum's, but obviously I look after them and do all the work. So we've got a philodendron pink princess here. Yeah, obviously not a very variegated specimen. We've got this beautiful leaf here, but that's literally the most variegation. I don't even know where that came from. Again, I really don't even put in the work with her, so I probably should, but yeah, she just kind of lives and hangs out there. We've got a lot of orchids, so we've got a little baby orchid here. We've got another Syngonium albo, which is trying to come back. I'm not sure if it will. We've got a beautiful orchid here, just loving the sun. We've got a bonsai tree. She's not doing amazing. She kind of goes up and down. I really need to keep on top of watering. I'm not sure exactly which specimen of a bonsai this is. I'm not an expert to bonsai trees. But yeah, I have to keep on top of watering, otherwise she just literally loses all of her leaves. We've got a cactus that apparently hasn't been watered in like 20 years, so I don't know. And then we've got a crazy orchid. Actually, we've got two orchids here. People say that orchids don't need repotting, but like, how can they not need repotting? Have you seen these roots? Oh, she's got some branches. How exciting. I didn't even notice. Yay, so she'll be getting some flowers. Honestly, these orchids are just always flowering, especially this one. I mean, all year round, it just is constantly flowering. It's actually really funny that it's not in flower at this minute, but literally she has never stopped blooming and flowering. So that's really exciting to see some flowers coming on her. Oh no, and then we've got this extremely thirsty Dracaena. Again, I think this is a gold dust. No, I actually can't remember what exactly this one is. I literally checked this one if it needed watering yesterday and it was perfectly fine. And then today, it's She's wilting like crazy. Anyway, yeah, when she's well watered, she's actually really beautiful, and she's a lot easier than I had thought she was. So yeah, she's definitely unusual. Again, this is my mum's, but you know, I water it and take care of her. Okay, we have got a very sad, what is this? Philodendron White Wizard. I brought this a couple years ago, and I actually took some cuttings because overall this main plant is just looking terrible. And I took some cuttings of the healthy leaves, and probably just going to start again with that. And I don't really know what to do with this. Maybe I'll just chuck it, honestly. I mean, there's some healthy leaves at the bottom with some nice variegation, but yeah, I'm just thinking about chucking this because it does not look healthy. Okay, and in the corner here, we've got a Alocasia Wentii, I'm pretty sure. Recently repotted this one as well. She has been living in Leca for a while, so really glad that I finally potted her up. But yeah, this is such a beautiful plant. Such a different Alocasia. So yeah, she just hangs out in this corner, and yeah, no trouble yet. Okay, we've got a few plants here. We've got just a regular snake plant that I neglect like very, very badly. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about her. I've literally had her probably over 5 years, and this is what she's looking like. She's definitely not the healthiest snake plant in the world, but I'm honestly not too worried. We've actually got a really sad Chinese money plant here. Actually, both of these two plants are mine. But yeah, this was doing so well. I think maybe she got a little bit scorched. She also needs a repot, and haven't watered her in a while. Yeah, honestly, these window plants do get a little bit neglected. Because I have to kind of climb over the settee to water them. But yeah, I really need to, because she was beautiful once upon a time, so I need to put in the work to get her there again. Then we have got this caladium. Again, I'm not sure what kind of caladium this is. We got given this a little while ago, and yeah, I really need to repot her because she really needs some better soil with some obviously nutrients, and she's just really, really not happy at the moment. That is definitely on the priority list, like I keep saying with all of them. Okay, then we have got this palm. I think, what is this called? Is it like an umbrella palm or something? I don't really know. Yeah, I think it's like an umbrella palm. I'm not 100%. Or the curly palm? I'm not sure. Such an unusual palm. Again, I really don't do anything with her. This is technically not mine, but I really must repot her. We've got another caladium here, which is actually really, really stunning, especially with the light behind her. I really do want to repot this one because I would be upset if this one died because it's absolutely stunning. And we've got an extremely sad and thirsty butterfly plant. I honestly underwater her really bad. She's been in need of a repot for the past like 5 years, so. And last but not least, finally, we have got this peace lily, the dramatic classic peace lily. I've had peace lilies in my collection for quite a few years now, and I had one a couple years ago, and eventually that just died from the underwatering. I just couldn't keep up with the watering and her being so dramatic, like peace lilies are. And then we got given this one, and again, it's just so hard to keep on top of watering, and this also needs a repot. I've got these watering gloves. I try to, you know, then it just kind of takes care of it. Yeah, this has been hoovered up. There's just dead leaves, and it hasn't flowered really in months. So there's her. Not the greatest plant to end this video on, but like I said, it's a realistic view at all our plants. Oh no, I totally forgot. This is the last plant. This is don't pretend you're not looking at me. This is a dragon tree, a Dracaena marginata, I'm pretty sure. I've had this one probably about 5 years, and yeah, she is kind of crazy looking. I try and keep on top of watering with this one as well. She definitely appreciates it, but don't give her the greatest care, to be quite honest. She definitely doesn't get a lot of light in this corner. I do sometimes underwater this plant. But yeah, there is the dragon tree, the famous dragon tree that's been in all of my houseplant tours so far. Are you happy? You're waiting for your BONE, aren't you? Are you waiting for your BONE? Yes. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute, bud. And that is all my plants. That is the houseplant tour. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any tips for any of these dying plants, then please feel free to comment any tips or any advice. Much appreciated. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day, and I will see you in my next video soon. Take care. Bye.